Imagine this, a person sitting in their living room engulfed in flames without any apparent external source. This is the unsettling picture painted by reports of spontaneous human combustion, or SHC. SHC is a phenomenon where a human body seemingly catches fire, often fatally, with no obvious external ignition source. The very idea seems ripped from the pages of a science fiction novel, yet accounts of this bizarre occurrence have persisted for centuries. While the human body is combustible, it doesn't simply burst into flames on its own. This is where the mystery of SIC deepens. The alleged cases typically involve a body almost entirely consumed by fire, while the surrounding environment remains largely untouched. The intensity of the fire required to produce such damage is perplexing, especially without a clear external cause. The idea of SHC taps into our deepest fears, challenging our understanding of the natural world and our place within it. Is it a genuine phenomenon defying scientific explanation, or is there a more rational explanation hidden within the ashes of these bizarre cases? The history of SAC is littered with anecdotal accounts, each adding fuel to the fire of this strange phenomenon. One of the earliest documented cases dates back to the 17th century, involving an Italian knight who allegedly burst into flames after consuming an excessive amount of alcohol. Over the years, hundreds of similar stories have surfaced, often involving individuals found reduced to ashes within their homes, leaving behind bewildered investigators and unanswered questions. One particularly well-known case from the 20th century is that of Mary Reeser, a Florida resident found almost entirely incinerated in her apartment. The only remnants of Reeser were a shrunken skull and a foot, while the rest of her body was reduced to ash. The room itself showed minimal fire damage, with only the ceiling above Reeser's remains bearing the brunt of the heat. This case, like many others, baffled investigators and fueled speculation surrounding SHC. While these accounts are undeniably intriguing, they often lack the rigorous investigation and documentation needed to rule out more conventional explanations. Many cases are shrouded in hearsay and speculation, making it difficult to separate fact from fiction. The scientific community approaches SHC with a healthy dose of skepticism, demanding concrete evidence before accepting the existence of such an extraordinary phenomenon. Several theories have been proposed to explain the seemingly impossible, ranging from the plausible to the downright outlandish. One theory suggests the wick effect, where a person's clothing acts as a wick, drawing melted body fat upwards and fueling a slow, intense burn. This could explain the localized nature of the burns and the apparent lack of external ignition. Others point to the possibility of undiscovered chemical reactions within the body, perhaps triggered by external factors like alcohol consumption or even stress. However, critics argue that these theories often fail to fully account for the extreme heat required to incinerate a human body to ash. Skeptics also point to the lack of credible eyewitness accounts of actual spontaneous combustion, suggesting that many cases may be misinterpretations of more mundane, albeit tragic, accidents. The question of whether SHC is a genuine phenomenon or a product of myth and misinterpretation remains unanswered. While the anecdotal evidence can be compelling, it often lacks the scientific rigor needed to definitively prove its existence. Until more concrete evidence emerges, SC will likely remain a topic of debate, residing in the shadowy realm between scientific curiosity and unexplained mystery. Perhaps future scientific discoveries will shed light on this enigmatic phenomenon, revealing a yet unknown aspect of human biology or physics. Until then, the stories of spontaneous human combustion will continue to captivate our imaginations, reminding us that even in an age of scientific advancement, some mysteries continue to burn bright.